Kick back, kick rocks, and relax, and welcome. It's the BruhCast.
So 2014 has just come to a close.
Wow, Humble has been popping off this year,
Yeah, 2015 is right around the corner. Here's a funny bit of funny news that happened this year. That you'll remember because it happened this year. Dennis Rodman struck up an unlikely friendship with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un.
That did happen this year.
Yes, 2014, that did happen.
Yeah, I remember that.
Guys.
I turned 10.
Guys, I've just read the rest of the
Nice.
I just read down a little bit more.
2014.
Yeah, no, that happened in 2013, guys.
Oh.
I don't know why they include it on this list of things that happened in 2014, but...
Brief disclaimer, none of this list is true.
People were still talking about it in 2014.
One big thing for me definitely was American Eagle stopped photoshopping images of its lingerie models. That was pretty big, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they just use, all natural pictures of birds.
Yeah. I was really happy when I heard about that just the other day.
These unrealistic expectations for the appearances of eagles they were getting me down, and I don't know why.
Guys, they're only kidding. It was not 2014.
Yeah.
We 2011 cast.
We weren't even alive in 2014. No, it's actually 2021, 2021, and we're very excited for this new year. What do you guys think is going to happen this year? What are your predictions?
There's going to be a new Rayman game. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think so. I think they're going to release Fortnite 2.
Already did.
That's a really dumb prediction.
You're wrong.
That is such a dumb prediction. Why did they make a Fortnite 2? Fortnite 1 is going strong. What?
Among Us 2 this year, guys.
We should.
Oh my god, that's.
Oh wait, we should
so dumb.
We should talk about our favorite things in several categories of this year. So like favorite video game this year. Favorite video game.
I don't know. I don't. This year.
Yeah.
I don't
think there's been any. Yeah.
None of. I mean, there's been some.
Sorry, I mean favorite video game of 2020.
I'd have to go with Chungus Rampage in Big Forest.
Oh, that's really funny, Lucas. I'm sorry. That was pointlessly rude of me. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong. It was really funny. No, hang on. No, this came out in 2011. That's my bad.
I'm gonna Google things that came out. What happened in 20? What games came out in 2020? Obviously, the big ones were like Cyberpunk 2077, but that's barely a game, isn't it?
Isn't that one coming out in 56 years from now?
The Last of Us Part 2 came out this year.
Oh.
What do you think of that?
Yes.
Not for me. Not for me.
I won't be talking about that. Do you know what I mean?
You know what else wasn't for me? Watch Dogs Legion, but I still spent £60 on it when it came out. Yeah.
It was set in London though. You got to drive around London and do all sorts of London things.
Oh, it's London, yeah.
I would pay.
I live here.
I would pay £60 for a London simulator, so I think it's worth it. I
Just
wouldn't
walk
pay.
in real life.
Go outside, mate.
Take a break. Fuck.
Tristan, cut that. Tristan, cut that out. Tristan, cut it, please. We need to cut that, Tristan.
I really don't want people to hear me saying that. I don't want people to know that I messed up because I messed up. I joke. Take a breath of fresh air. Try going out.
Did Lucas just get abducted? What was that sound?
Animal Crossing New Horizon came out this year.
Oh.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, I just said that.
Dragon Quest.
No. He means Animal Crossing New Horizon colon The Last of Us Part 2.
Dragon Quest Walk came out this year. I don't know what that is.
There are a few games that came out this year that were like Fall Guys. It was really big. There are quite a few games that came out this year that were like really big, and then just people stopped playing.
Tristan, what do you mean Fall Guys? There's already a Five Guys, the restaurant.
Tristan, please cut that out. Tristan.
I'm sorry. Can we cut?
Like Animal Crossing, that was huge for a moment. Everyone was playing that. It's still quite popular, but
yeah, I mean, I'd say the only real example of that was probably
Fall Guys.
And
Among Us.
Among Us is still going strong.
Yeah.
Even though it's 2014.
What about?
And hasn't even come out yet.
What about Chungus Rampage in Big Forest?
Tristan, cut that out.
Oh,
Tristan,
I'm gonna cut that out.
please cut that.
Apparently,
You've got to cut that out.
Can we start
That's
again?
embarrassing.
no.
Doom Eternal came out this year. That's
Let's
another game that came out.
go through the highest grossing games this year. Number 1, we have PUBG Mobile. That's
If it was a list of if it was a list of the highest gross games, I'd say The Last of Us 2.
yeah. Ted, what were you saying?
Lucas, remember in media studies when Sir brought in The Last of Us 2 and everyone just kept trying to shoot the pregnant lady? That was pretty funny, right, Lucas?
That was pretty funny. That's the best thing you can do in that game.
They kept trying to do it, and so explained that you couldn't shoot the pregnant lady, but they kept trying it. It was
You never know.
quite upsetting, actually.
So you guys got
Sorry,
any?
what
You guys got any New Year's resolutions for 2021?
I actually forgot to make any this year, but I'll make
Yeah,
some.
no.
I'll make some right
Fucked
now.
up already.
I will make some.
Fucked up already.
I'll make
Tristan,
some right
I think.
now.
Are you about to do like a? Are you going to pretend that you're doing like an improv little joke? Because we discussed this earlier that we were going to talk about this.
Yeah, and I didn't think of anything at the time when we discussed it earlier.
You're such a liar. Are you about to read from your joke book?
Let me just get my joke book.
That's not going to help you in this subject.
I think. I think
knock
this.
knock.
Oh, I really want to
This
get my.
year I'm going to.
I really want to get my joke
Wait till
book.
there's a fly in my soup.
Guys, I'm just gonna get my joke book.
If he actually gets a joke, but that's committing to this joke too much.
So that's him gone. Well, no, he's made it very clear that he plans to get the joke, but I'm just not gonna let it happen. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put my foot down. So you got any New Year's resolutions for this year?
No.
Now that the old ball and chain is out. Yeah, I got a couple New Year's resolutions.
Lucas, what just happened there, Lucas? You went funny with the audio.
I said I got a couple of New Year's resolutions for this
That's
2021 year. I'm thinking,
sorry, yeah.
number 1, I'd like to become 6 foot at some point in the next 12 months. That'd be nice.
Ooh, I think you got a good shot.
Just as Lucas'
don't need your
audio
fucking
going funny for
encouragement.
you too.
And number 2, I'd quite like to talk to you guys a bit more because we only ever speak to each other when we're doing this podcast.
That's true. I don't actually.
And it's kind of under the guise that we're friends, but we've spoken 9 times overall.
I don't even
Hold
know
on,
your
let me
last
just-
name.
Tristan, what's next on the big list of things we've prepared for this podcast, Tristan?
Let me spin the wheel of topics.
You made a wheel.
It landed on.
Was that you doing it? Tristan, was that you doing a sound, Tristan?
Yeah, I was
Spinning
imitating.
wheel.
I was imitating a spinning wheel.
Well, I got
Why
I got
would
a
you-
little I got
Tristan.
a little excuse me.
Oh no, I was actually going first. I'm gonna roast Tristan. I'm gonna roast him hard.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Tristan, you look dumb. Tristan, you got weird shoes. Tristan, you look goofy.
Yep.
Your hairline is whack.
It's all off balance.
You're too
Slanted.
skinny.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I'll leave there. Yeah. So you can go, Lucas. What are you going to do?
Oh, I got a new little segment here. Every episode, I do some kind of a low quality pun based on a reality television program,
Yeah.
and I get everyone else to create a role play around it. Today we've got keeping up with the car crashians, and I'd just like you two to get going in a conversation that you think you might see on a show called Keeping Up with the Car Crashians.
Hello, Christoph. I'm driving my car right now, so I probably shouldn't be on the phone.
But I think you're
But-
Christoph, so feel free to hop in whenever you want to do that.
I'm thinking this Christoph character. I'm thinking he's a mute. That's what I'm thinking.
I like that. Can we see
Something-
more of that?
I'm
Yeah,
going to
okay.
switch over to video call now because I need to understand what you're saying. So let me just hold my phone in front of my face. Okay. Hello, I can see you now.
Is this the character? Are you FaceTiming in the car?
Yeah. So what was it you're
dangerous.
saying?
Oh, that is dangerous. I see where this is going. I'll stop talking now. I'll stop.
Oh, sorry, someone just cut me off. Hey, get out of the way. Sorry. Londoners, am I right? Anyway, so what was it saying? Oh, you got a new Christmas tree. What was wrong with the old one?
What? When is this roleplay taking place?
Sorry, so I'm going to have to sort that
Present
right
day.
there, Tristan. I was not gesturing to the fact that I had a new Christmas tree. I don't know what you're doing there.
I don't
Tristan.
even. Christoph, I'm
I was
gonna be
talking-
No. Maybe it's part of the character. He's like insane and he's hallucinating. and that
Christoph, I'm
may-
gonna be
may
honest with you.
lead to.
I don't
car
speak sign
crash.
language. I've just been guessing what you've been saying this whole time, and frankly, I've had enough of you. So,
Why would you assume a Christmas tree was involved in like early January?
because he did a triangle shape. I don't know what that means.
I didn't.
Ow.
That's just a
He
lie.
did. He did.
What, with one hand?
You know what? I've had enough of you. He did a triangle shape, and I'm not gonna.
What was that?
I know.
Was
I've
that
been.
You just gulp.
I know. I've been.
I got too
know.
distracted with my big slushy. I crashed my car.
Oh no! I've been in a car crash. I guess you could call me a car crashian. Hello.
Why?
Okay, see, I feel like if someone was in a car crash, they wouldn't just like start making like jokes.
Well, you gotta play it up for the camera, don't you?
What camera?
We're
Point
making a
at
TV.
camera,
We're making a
Tristan.
TV show here. I've been getting in a car
It's
crash.
a reality TV show.
I've been getting in a car crash every single day for
Tristan, I'm
6
gonna be honest.
years.
Why did you sound surprised?
I've done
I
this
think
every
Tristan-
single day for 6 years, and if you don't like the way I do it, then you can go and find somebody else.
I think I'm carrying this bit of improv a bit too hard, Tristan. I'd like you
No,
to.
he
sort
really
of-
is.
Tristan, I know that you're a professional.
Can I just say,
Tristan.
the mute
I
thing, you
respect
pulled
you.
it off like perfectly.
Thank you, Lucas. I respect you as a professional, Tristan. But in this situation, could you put a bit more in, please?
Yeah, he's got a point.
Sorry, my dad just came in and gave me my hot water bottle back, so that's why I wasn't talking.
Is it empty now?
Yeah, it was full. It was hot and full. He took it downstairs,
He
poured
takes
it
it
all
out. He
out.
takes out the room, and you hear like loud gulping sounds. Ow, ow.
It's boiling as well.
Why was it? Why did he take it out then? What was he doing with it?
I don't know. He does it every single day.
Did he notice you in there? Did he think he was being sneaky?
Maybe.
He
What a
could have come
strange
in like
man.
way more times, and you simply didn't know.
Yeah. Look around, Tristan. Is anything else gone?
Big sack of money has disappeared.
No, it hasn't. It's still there.
Any of you guys got any interesting facts?
I have got an interesting fact.
Don't read one of the jokes from the book. Please don't read one of the.
I genuinely do have an interesting fact. Do you know why it took
Okay,
so long?
what do you call a deer with no eyes?
Guys,
It's interesting.
I
It's
don't
interesting.
know. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's a no. You call it a no idea.
guys, I actually
What?
do.
Do you not know?
I have
What do you guys? Tristan,
Ted,
shut up,
I
I'm
have
doing
an
my
interesting
section.
fact. Ted, I have
I'm
an
doing my
interesting
weekly
fact.
fact section.
No, Ted.
I've done this every
This
episode.
is gonna be a good.
I've done this every episode so far, and you're coming in here and disrespecting it. Okay?
It's rude as hell. No offense, but
Okay,
it's really rude.
fine,
And you're
Ted. You-
fat and
Lucas?
ugly.
You go first.
What
I'll
do you
do
call
mine
a
afterwards.
deer with no eyes and no legs? Lucas,
Dead?
you went silent.
I was thinking
You gotta
about
say-
it, and then I
gotta-
I said dead.
Oh, I thought you said Ted.
Ed?
call it-
Why are you asking me this question?
You call it a still no idea.
Ah, aren't you supposed to ask the first one first, and then that's why
I
you're
did
saying
ask the
stuff?
first one first.
No, he did.
No one
I
asked.
did
What?
ask-
Are you
I
okay?
wasn't paying attention. but back to my facts. Do you know why it took so long for giant tortoises to get their Latin or scientific name?
They were too big.
It's
That ain't Tristan.
it's close, but actually it's because it took many decades for explorers to bring them back to London because they couldn't stop eating them on the way back. They tried
That wasn't funny at all.
many times to
I don't. But
bring the
either
tortoises
that's a
back.
joke that was really bad, or a fact that I just don't think is true.
It's, they, no,
I know.
no,
I know
it,
the fact is true.
It is
That
genuinely
is
true.
actually true fact.
I've
They-
I've seen turtles at a zoo. I've been able to keep myself out of the enclosure for
That's
like
not
a good
true.
10
That's
minutes.
not true.
Most of
That's
the
not
time.
true.
Most of the time,
That's-
I've been able to.
They had to physically restrain
You're
you. I was
thinking of
there.
the swordfish
I was
debacle.
there. I am not. I'm thinking of the giant tortoise.
No, Ted's thinking of what I did as a. Can we move on to another thing?
No, even Charles Darwin couldn't bring his giant tortoises back because he just ate them on the way back.
Surely not Charles Darwin.
Charles
He's
Darwin.
a respectable
What do you
man.
mean even Charles Darwin?
He's a
Like he's known as the paragon of not eating things.
Well,
on
he managed to
ships.
bring every other animal back without eating it. Why couldn't he bring the giant tortoise back?
Maybe he
said
didn't.
why. You said
Maybe he
why.
didn't
You
manage
answered that. That was the factress. Don't.
Well, it's
it's
a good demonstration of how tasty they were. The only descriptions of them at the time are people comparing them to chicken, beef, and pork, and saying how much better than that they are.
That's like all the meats.
I'm having pulled pork tonight. Yep.
And the oldest, there are still giant tortoises around. They're protected now. The oldest giant tortoise is about.
From Charles Darwin.
The oldest giant tortoise is about 250. Was alive at the time of Mozart,
That's not realistic.
and is the oldest known creature currently.
What about your mum?
alive.
What about dinosaurs?
They are not still alive,
You sure?
and most.
Okay.
Look
you win this
outside.
one, Tristan. You win this.
No.
Are you going to finish
No,
that?
I
You're
was
just gonna
thinking.
say
I was
no.
sorry. I was thinking of streetlights. That's my bad. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Do snails get old as well? A snail's the other one they get old.
Well, it's because they don't. Sometimes they don't die. They just kind of dry up. There was a giant snail in a museum that was there for a long time, like for probably hundreds of years. But then the fire alarm.
Forgot to water it.
The fire alarm went off and the sprinklers came on, and it made the snail wet, and it came back to life because it had just dried up and just kind of died. They don't have much going on, so it just they just sent a picture of an old
Are you
snail.
thinking of? Is this like your deranged version of Night at the Museum? Is that what you're thinking of?
That's not what I'm thinking of. This is a fact that I heard many years ago, and maybe
On your cartoons.
It may be completely untrue. I will put up a graphic now to say whether it is true or
I've,
not.
I've put a graphic up on the Discord server. You guys know.
That's not an accurate. I'll put up what pictures. Well, no, doesn't matter. I'll cut that bit out because I messed up my wording.
I'll cut up your dad.
Cut out the whole half of the thing because you stuttered there.
I don't.
The save face.
If that is true about snails, though, I think it's interesting. But
We'll
as I
look
say,
at the picture I just put into the. Look at
might
the
not
picture I
be.
just put into the.
that
I've seen
is
this picture and I realised I was actually wrong to doubt you so immediately.
Yeah.
Because this is. Yeah, you know what I mean?
no.
Has he got a tail?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't like it. What I also don't like is the curly bit on the back of the shell.
Why not?
It's wrong. Nasty.
Does anyone else have any
Right.
interesting facts they'd like to share?
No. What?
I've got a lot of interesting facts, but I'll let someone else get a word in.
I'm assuming you've got a big Google page open in front of you.
I don't actually.
It's-
These are all. The reason is I've been watching a lot of QI during lockdown, so I've got
That's quite
whole.
interesting.
I've got a lot of episodes of QI's worth of facts to spread through the world.
Tell us the best one. And I'm hoping you haven't used it up just now.
Lucas,
I think
I've
I
actually
used
got a
it
fact,
up.
Lucas. I've got a really interesting fact, Lucas. This is going to blow your mind.
Just for me.
Yeah, just for you, Tristan. Please take your headset off or
Sorry,
whatever.
I'll do that right now.
Did you know, Lucas, golf balls have, on average, 336 dimples?
Have you just googled that, Ted? Because that's a terrible fact.
No, I got a golf ball. I got a golf ball here in front of me.
You counted it, did you?
Yeah, I counted, and I found on average this golf ball has 336 dimples.
I just count for like a good 13 seconds.
Yeah. And if you're going to tell me that's not a fascinating fact, I'm going to call you a charlatan and a fraud.
It's quite fascinating. Do you have an interesting reason for that, or is that just that's it?
Yeah, well, the dimples on a golf ball are designed to make it more aerodynamic, allowing it to travel further in the air. There are no
What have you been
official rules
What have you been saying?
about how many dimples. Sorry, what?
I accidentally I threw my phone across the room because I was really angry about the snail thing, and I just didn't hear anything
Oh,
for the past
sorry.
minute.
No, we're talking about
Oh.
golf balls. Ted actually was saying something quite interesting about why they have dimples.
Yeah.
It's to make them
There are
cuter.
no. There are no official rules about how many dimples a golf ball can have. and most feature between 300 and 500. So that's why.
I would have thought it would be regulated, actually. Well, not regulated in that like it has to have this amount, but I would have thought that they use the same model for every golf ball.
Do you want to know another really interesting fact? Because I got another one just on the top of my dome right here.
I have a question.
I was just rendered
I
unconscious
have a
by that. That
question.
was so boring.
Does anyone here know what the roundest thing in the universe is? It's actually a neutron star. It's a neutron star, and it's got a 15-mile diameter, but the highest mountain is about 5 millimeters tall in a neutron star.
Or at Mount Everest.
That's a lot bigger than 5 millimeters, just about. Although
Exactly.
something interesting about
So you were wrong.
something interesting about the roundness of Earth. If a billiard ball was the size of Earth, Earth would be far smoother on average than the billiard
Well, yes,
ball.
because it'd be the shape of a billiard ball.
No, it wouldn't be the shape of a billiard ball. If you expanded a billiard ball up to the size of the Earth,
That would be smooth. It's literally. It's,
No,
what would you do with that, Tristan?
what is
The
the
billiard ball's
excitement
going to
of
be
this
too big.
fact?
the deepest.
Are you gonna enlarge like a bunch of other billiard balls and also a pool table, or are you just wasting time and resources?
I'm just telling you an interesting
Lucas,
thing about how round the Earth is, because you might think that as it's got Mount Everest and the
I
Mariana
wouldn't think it's rounder than a
Trench,
billiard ball.
It's
It is.
okay, so it is rounder than a billiard ball. That's why it's interesting, Lucas. You
That
just
is- that-
said
Listen,
exactly why it's
Are you telling me that
interesting.
the Earth is? Are you telling me that a billiard ball is larger than the Earth?
No, I'm telling you that the Earth is
'Cause that
rounder
is just
than.
not true.
I'm telling you
That's
that
just
the
such a
Earth
lie.
is.
Okay, you hooligans, that is enough.
The
Time for a
distance
really interesting
between
fact.
the top.
Oi!
No, hold on. The distance.
No, hold on,
The
you.
distance
Your face
between the
is
peak
rapidly
of
decreasing.
the distance between the peak of Mount Everest and the bottom of
And
the
the
Mariana
peak of a
Trench
billiard ball.
is shorter than the distance between
billiard
the
ball.
deepest trough and the highest peak on a billiard ball if it were the size of the Earth.
What the fuck are you talking?
If you took a billiard ball,
I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying.
okay, the viewers know what I'm saying. They'll
It doesn't
find-
have geography.
What are you talking
Okay,
about?
guys, time for Teddy's.
Mount
interesting
Everest
fact.
is not on billiard balls.
Lucas, you're
Can you shut
driving
up?
me crazy.
You're fucking insane.
Lucas, can you
You are
shut up?
fucking insane.
Formula One driver.
I'm sorry, are we actually laying this through? This guy is here
Yes,
checking
shut
how
up.
billiard balls are larger than Earth.
Lucas, please.
you're
You guys are
making
fucking
this
stupid,
unbearable.
man.
Okay, Formula One driver.
It's on a pool
Shut
table
it.
on Earth.
I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you.
Fucking censorship.
Formula One driver Sebastian Vettel
It's
wears
actually
lucky
smaller
coins-
than a billiard ball. Ooh.
wears lucky coins in his racing boots. That's an interesting fact, isn't it?
How would that help? That's just uncomfortable.
They're lucky, Lucas.
I can
You're not
tell.
here.
I can tell you're just googling facts now. It's not authentic.
Well, that is authentic. It's just something I knew. It's something I knew, thought it was interesting, and I remembered. Thusly, you know, that's just a fact I know.
It wasn't a very good one. I have to be honest. I
It's
prefer my.
what do you mean it's not a good one? That was really interesting.
I prefer my one about the billiard ball.
Well, I prefer
minute.
the one about the Sebastian Vettel. So we can agree to disagree.
Just, I'll just whip open my laptop, have a little search for some fun facts.
Well, no, we're not searching for them, Lucas.
We're not
'cause that's,
searching for them. They're coming from the top
Oh,
of my head.
I just want to make sure that they're factually correct.
Oh.
I found a little one on
Are you gonna-
ridiculousuntrue.com. Did you know that the Earth is actually smaller than a billiard ball?
Lucas, shut up.
Fucking morons.
5. Michael Phelps has won more Olympic golds than Mexico.
What do you mean 5? Do you have the facts numbered in your head? When you remember them, you remember them in
yes,
order.
that's it.
You have
It's the fifth one he ever learned.
That's the 5th fact I ever learnt. Learnt it when I was 3, and I stored it up there. You know,
Well, okay,
I thought
go
that was
on.
interesting.
Go on. What is it?
What was the first?
The first, that was the
Milk
golf
good.
ball one, actually. Actually, that one's not very interesting. I didn't read it before. I didn't think over it before saying it out loud. I'm sorry about that one.
Okay, where's the best place to punch a shark? Not that you should punch
France?
sharks. I'm not encouraging you to punch
on
a
the
shark.
nose bit.
That's what most people think,
Surely-
but that's actually wrong.
Surely on the heart.
In the mouth.
No, The best place to
Actually,
punch a shark.
punching a
on the
shark on the
teeth.
heart.
No, you punch it on the eyes. There's absolutely no reason you should punch it on the nose. That's completely false.
No, because then it
Dogs-
won't be able to smell you.
That's his weak spot, Tristan.
the-
Do you
I-
actually know nothing about
I'm
shark
not sure
anatomy?
when the nose weak spot thing came about, but it's completely
on
untrue.
the eyes, then it won't smell you. You're an idiot. You're an
No,
idiot.
you punch it in the eyes because most things don't like being punched in the eyes.
Not true.
But a shark's got pretty tough skin everywhere else, so the eyes are the weakest bit.
What, even inside the nose?
There is an animal that the most effective place to punch it is in the nose. Do you know what that animal
It's
is?
a shark, isn't it? It's a shark.
It's a dog.
Crocodile, right? Oh.
I'm not going to do that.
If you,
Tristan, how do you know this, Tristan?
Is this what you
I'm
do
just-
at all your like friends' houses who have dogs? You're like, yeah, I'll show you a fun fact.
I'm just
You beat
letting.
the shit out
I'm
of
just giving
their
you some
beloved
information.
pets.
Another interesting
You're a
thing about
psycho.
sharks is that when they have rows of teeth, which everyone knows, but when they bite
They don't-
things,
they-
their teeth often fall out, and
Bang.
their back teeth get pushed forward like a conveyor belt of teeth. So they bite.
See,
their
I don't
teeth
have
come
that.
out, and they just get
They're
replaced
gone.
every year.
Tristan,
Not every
I've never met anyone where that's happened, so that cannot be true.
What do you mean anyone? I'm not saying it's a person. I'm saying it's usually seals.
No, Tristan, I've never met a person where that is
That
the
does
case.
not
so
happen to Navy SEAls.
That
Yeah,
doesn't happen to people. No, that doesn't happen to people. That's just not a thing that happens.
They're genetically the same as us, Tristan.
more people are bitten by New Yorkers than sharks every year.
More people are bitten by Navy SEAls than sharks every year.
Obviously, there's going to be more people. How many New Yorkers are going out biting sharks? That is dumb.
I don't know whether that says that sharks aren't dangerous or that New Yorkers are very dangerous.
I think it's possible that both are true.
Be both, yeah. Or neither. Or maybe
Has anyone
both.
got any interesting topic points?
I heard there's
Look up-
there's been a lot of vaccines since the last episode.
The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh
That's not what I said.
got their vaccination today. What do you think about that?
That's a
Don't
shame.
really care. It's not.
I don't know. Have we ever? Oh no, that's groundbreaking, really, because we've never had an autistic monarch before.
I'm sure that's not true. I
What do you
think we
mean?
almost definitely have.
What's the odds of someone being autistic?
Pretty high.
One
Is
in
it
three
high?
people are actually. I'm not.
3 in 1 person are. 3 in 1 people have split personality disorder. Lucas. Do you know that?
That's a good joke.
That's a good joke. I thought when I did the other thing where I said
Yeah, no, I
similar
could
thing
tell.
with autism.
I like that I could come along with on the journey for that one.
Yeah, along the journey.
Put that in your book, Tristan.
Actually, quite.
I don't have.
Tristan, put that in your book.
I,
What do you mean you don't? You're just lying.
I have a book, but I didn't write it, so I'm not going to add anything to it.
You've got a pen.
Oh my god.
It's sponsored by Smarties. It's the
pen?
Smarties 100.
Your little Smarties
It's
pen.
actually
You sell out.
it's funniest jokes of the year. 100
That's
Thank
not
you.
what
funniest jokes of the year.
I
What
asked you
year?
to look up cool conversation starters.
Probably
Cool
about
conversations.
2007.
Okay, I've got here in front of me first date conversation starters. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
That's what this
yeah,
is.
Go on.
What's something not many people know about you?
Mike, I have a huge. So I was, just, I
Go
was
on,
putting,
Lucas.
I was putting, I
Go on,
was,
Lucas.
I was putting myself in the mindset of a first date.
Of one of your first dates, Lucas.
Well, no, because I've had like a billion hundred. So
I was.
What was the
okay,
first
go on.
one?
Can we actually do the question? Actually, Lucas and Tristan, both of you. I want to know what's something not many people know about you.
My height.
Tristan, okay, I'm going to put myself in a first date situation. Yeah, I've asked you this question. You've responded with your height. Yeah, I'm getting out and I'm leaving that first date because
Well,
you
frankly, I
just
don't-
lost it.
I
You
don't-
lost it. You threw it.
I don't even know who you are.
Good. Okay, Lucas, what are you going to say? Lucas, what are you going to say?
well, I mean, say it in like the sweet, beautiful voice of somebody I'd be out in a fancy fine dining restaurant with.
What's something not many people know about you?
Thanks for asking. Not many people know that. I think your eyes are beautiful.
Lucas, that is really inappropriate, Lucas.
That was me going in over the table, knocking over all the like cups.
Crawling it, like grabbing it.
Yeah.
Okay, next here on the list. What are you most passionate about? Tristan, you want to go ahead and answer that first?
Being the best at things.
So Tristan, at the moment, yeah, I'm outside the restaurant, yeah?
Yeah.
I stop for a second to shout back the question.
Uh-huh.
You answer, I'm off, I'm down the street, yeah? I'm running, I'm sprinting.
Sprinting, yeah.
Lucas, I then turn to you in a separate restaurant where I'm also sitting with you. And I say, Lucas, what's something you're passionate about?
I mean, right off the top of my head, my answer would probably be politics. But can you like simulate it for me with the voice again?
Lucas, what's something you're passionate about?
You baby.
Did you get really nervous after you said that? What was that?
That was once again me just crawling over the table.
So had you gone back to your seat, then you went back across the table?
Yeah. Because
Okay,
the
yeah,
first
cool.
attempt was presumably very unsuccessful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think at the moment Lucas is winning my heart over a bit more than Tristan Rowan. I say a bit more, I mean a lot more, because Tristan Rowan, he's a shambles compared to
That
this
is a
man.
low bar that you're failing to pass.
Yeah. Hey Tristan,
Yeah.
what makes you laugh out loud, or lol as some people put it?
r/dank memes.
Okay, now that I've learned that you're a Redditor, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm right back there with you.
You're
at the
right
table.
back. You're there.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
there eating the bread. Filling up on bread. I've not got room for mains, Tristan. That's what's going on here.
I'm eating the bread.
You're
That's
there
how
too,
into I
Lucas, are you?
I'm also eating the bread because I'm so interested in seeing how this is going to turn out now that he's a Redditor.
Okay, Lucas, what's something that makes you laugh out loud / lol?
That's a tough one. This year I got this new game on my phone.
What's it called?
Yes.
Wait, Lucas, before you go on, remember that in previous times that you did the joke about Chungus or whatever met negative reception. So Lucas, please go on. Please go on.
Geometry Dash Meltdown.
Sorry, say that a bit louder, please.
Geometry Dash Meltdown.
Okay. Why does that make you laugh, Lucas? What's funny about that game?
Music brings me joy. I feel joy. I laugh at it.
Okay, that is a passing answer, and that's it.
Yes. I'm gonna go in for a smooch.
Sorry, is this
What was that?
in the situation?
Just
are
warning
telling
you,
us-
I'm gonna go in for a smooch.
That reminds me.
Tristan.
Oh, sorry.
If
Yeah.
when I did
Go on,
that.
go on,
No, I was
Tristan,
gonna
Tristan.
say that reminds me that I watched Soul yesterday, but actually I realized that's quite a. I'll let you finish first, and then we'll go.
Yeah, I've got a good
Why did that
30
remind
things on
you?
this list.
Because you sounded like
Did you enjoy the film that much?
you sounded a bit like James Acaster, and I was thinking of James Acaster, and then I was thinking of 8 out of 10 Cats as Countdown, then I was thinking of Richard Iowati, then I was thinking of the Soul Searcher in Soul, and I was like, oh, I watched Soul yesterday.
How about you try to be a little...
Your
I'm doing
microphone
this.
is cutting out. I have no idea what you just said.
You try to be a little... I stuttered the first time saying it, and then I stuttered again on my second chance. Can we cut that out, please?
No, I'm keeping all this in.
Tristan,
That's
go ahead,
nice.
edit this to some extent. Don't keep all of this in, please.
Please keep it all in. It's very good.
I'll cut out some
There
of
have been extensive, 5-second just pauses of just silence.
Yeah.
Don't leave those in.
I'll cut those out.
Those are good. No, it's the Japanese call it ma. It's meaning nothing. And it's you want just a little bit of silence. Just
I don't care what the
moment
Japanese call it.
of
It's not
emptiness to allow.
How does the Japanese having a word for it make it any better?
Well, because the Japanese have a word for sushi.
They have a word for
As
another
do
thing,
we.
doesn't mean it's good.
What's
Okay,
that supposed to mean?
okay, Tristan.
See
What's
that?
your
No,
favorite-
see that? What was there between those two little separate discussions? A little bit of ma, as the Japanese would call it.
Tristan, what was your
And
favorite?
there it was
thing to do
again.
this-
There it was again. Just a little something to allow the audience to think about what they've just
Hey,
experienced.
Mister,
Well-
I'm trying to do a first date conversation starter over here. Do you mind?
Well, at least we're finally having Mara on the podcast.
Tristan,
True.
there's been more since the very beginning.
You said
What
that
was
like you're a radio. So what's that?
What was your favourite thing to do as a kid, Tristan?
Surely I still am a kid. I used to
Darling, surely I still am. Why you? Ask...
Tristan, if that is the case, Tristan, I'm going to have to leave.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna say, how old is the other person?
No, I have an answer. Well, me and my friends would actually go to Wandsworth Common and do a lot of sort of imaginary games. That was my favourite thing. I really enjoyed doing that. We would do the
Sorry,
thing where
what?
you got sticks and you had to like shoot each other.
Me
but
and my friends,
it-
we couldn't afford Uno, so we had to have the games in our heads, you see.
I appreciate what you're doing there, Lucas, but I actually want to know what the hell Tristan's talking about.
we did a lot of imaginary games. We went to the woods. We pretended to be like tribal.
Whoa! You've actually made it worse by clarifying.
we would build like dens and stuff, and then we'd go out and like we'd set up
Hunt?
we'd set up a base, and then we'd spend like 7 hours there, and we'd just like
Oh my god.
and it would usually be by a tree. We'd climb up the trees and we'd like come up with fake stories about what was going on. So there might be like someone's attacking us
Before the first Thanksgiving.
we'd have to get things ready and sort of like, but we'd just come up with a whole
So
story.
what you're saying is you played like cowboys and Indians, but without the cowboys.
I don't know.
I'm about doing
I've
anything.
never played
just sitting on a tree.
I've never played Cowboys and Indians. It was like
Sitting in
like-
a tree being
ING.
racist.
it was like LARPing, but we didn't dress up. We just pretended to. It was really fun. We should do that. There's one
No.
particular tree on
No.
Wandsworth Common.
Never. What? Lucas, what was your favourite thing to do as a kid, Lucas?
Well, I had a pretty complex, childhood. One of my friends,
Yeah.
they were always dragging me off to like the park, and they made me sit in a tree, and they put face paints on me and like, yeah, like tribal gear. I was, compared to that, everything I did was my favorite thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I say yeah. I'm still have no clue what Tristan was talking about.
What do you
but
mean
I
you have
think
no clue?
let's move
How
on.
hard is it to understand what I'm talking about?
I think
You
we'd rather
sat in a
not
tree?
understand.
What's the issue? We didn't just
You
sit in
sat
a
in a-
tree. We did a lot of
For
things.
7 hours.
No, we didn't
Dick,
sit in
for
a
7
tree
hours
for
you sat
7
in a
hours.
tree?
What are some of the other
It would be
things?
we'd go to the woods. We'd do different
Well, you
things.
said you said you went to the tree and you prepared for something. But I'm
Well, we'd
assuming
come up
nothing actually happened.
we'd come up with like ideas of what we needed to do. We'd go like, okay, we need to go out and find something, and then we'd just go out into the woods and walk around looking for
Really
specific
good,
thing.
imaginative children. Let's go find something. Let's find. I don't know. Let's go in a tree and let's
Let's
find
find-
Well, no,
something.
I was more imaginative as a child. I can't think of anything now, but back then, I had a
It's
lot
not
of
imagination. That's just
brilliant
memory.
No, I can't
Okay,
remember.
I'm gonna take hold of the conversation here, and I'm gonna move on. Okay.
That was I really like doing that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, that
present tense.
conversation.
Sorry,
You
was that
shouldn't
present
make.
tense there,
No,
Tristan?
no. I mean,
Tristan, who do you text the most? That's what we've got here next on this list. So who do you text the most, Tristan?
sorry.
He's
fine.
texting
So-
someone to be able to have any answer.
Sorry. I was texting people. I don't know. I generally have no idea what you said. This is
What the hell, man? You
Well,
gotta
sorry,
try
I
and be
didn't know
more
what you said.
present in the moment while we're doing this.
Ted, what did you say?
Tristan,
Yes.
who do you text the most?
What do you mean?
That's the next question.
Well, I don't know.
That's not her. Tristan, you got to be part of the. You got to be with the conversation, Tristan. You know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
bitch.
Sorry, I don't know.
Check.
You start getting really
I need to-
defensive at
How am
the
I supposed to check? How am I supposed to
I
check?
need to know, Tristan.
How am I
If
supposed
this is
to-
gonna work out, I need to know who you
on a
text
date with
the
a
most.
government spy.
I have no idea.
Do you have any relation to Al Qaeda, Tristan?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Is there any
your
proof of
uncle.
this? Is there any? Can I see your internet search history, actually, Tristan?
I do remember walking past the park once, and Tristan was up in a tree with his friends pretending to be Al Qaeda.
I don't think we ever did that.
You don't think?
You don't
No,
think
sure.
you ever did that?
Who's to say, really? But I find it quite unlikely.
I mean, it's possible. Knowing the stuff we got,
It's like,
it's
no,
very
we did,
possible.
and we did.
Lucas, who do you text the most?
Probably just like my mom and my relatives and my grandmother to, make sure that, everyone's doing well, everyone's staying safe in these crazy times.
A family man.
Yeah, just because,
Oh,
and my
that makes
son.
me kind of fall in love with him just a lot, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tristan.
Yep.
Tristan. I think we've got to really know each other, but there's one more thing I need to know, Tristan.
Uh-huh.
What do you like to cook the most?
Ooh. What do I like to cook the most? That's a good question. What I cook the most is pasta.
Not the question.
But what I like
Not
to
the
cook
question.
the most...
Stop derailing the conversation, please.
I really like baking. I'm not
It's
sure if it's
bacon?
what I like to... Baking. I don't know if it's what I like to cook the most, though.
It's also
I
not
don't-
an answer. It's just it's a
so-
concept.
I would have to say...
He's trying to imagine an answer, but he can't because he's too old.
I'm trying.
What?
I can't think of anything. Paella.
Sorry, what? So you slurred something out there. I didn't hear what you said.
Trying to think of. He
Uh,
passes out in the restaurant.
into his paella, yeah. Lucas, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to talk to this guy anymore. He's freaking me out. He's giving me bad vibes.
And he's a redditor as well.
I'm not gonna have any of the drink he gave me. I'm gonna instead ask you, Lucas.
Big cup
What
of
do you-
pills, and he put a splash of water on it.
What do you like to cook the most, Lucas?
I mean, when I go down to the children's hospital to make them delightful, healthy meals to keep their bodies fighting all those terrible illnesses that they're facing, I like to my signature thing that they really love, those guys, is a little risotto.
I'll tell you what happened just there, Lucas. My headphones just turned off, so I didn't catch a thing of what you just said.
So
Why
it's
are you
telling me
wearing
about it.
headphones on a date?
Sorry, I'm listening to Fleetwood Mac. Okay.
That's fair enough. That's an attractive quality. I'll allow it.
Mhm. Yeah. What was your answer actually?
What I said was, when I go down to the children's hospital to cook them meals fortnightly every Tuesday and Wednesday,
Fortnite, I
Thursday
like that.
too. Yeah, the kids love Fortnite. Sometimes I play Fortnite with them. I buy them skins out of my own pocket, out of my own money, because they just
buy
really
them-
love Fortnite skins.
Yeah. That's actually really beautiful, actually, Lucas.
Yeah.
And I know we're doing like a bit here, but I actually know you do that in real life as well.
Yeah, well, I try to bring the realness of myself to this podcast that we do, the BruhCast that we do,
Because unlike all the other podcasts, so-called podcasts out there,
just filled with
We're-
fake morons.
we're real. We're raw. We're not gonna pretend to be nice, even though we are nice.
Yeah.
We
We
wouldn't
are.
pretend, were we not?
No
Yeah.
filter, because we don't need one.
We're beautiful, without makeup.
We're beautiful
Unrelated,
souls.
but- yeah.
That's a little
You know-
segue into what Tristan was trying to talk about earlier.
Soul. I watched it. I can't talk. Well, I watched it. Richard Ayoade's in it, and I loved his
Tristan,
character.
hold the phone there, Tristan. Hold the phone there, Tristan.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're just
Considering-
like entirely interrupting what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I was
so Lucas,
segueing for you, but you did not have to take it like that.
Yeah. Tristan, consider that none of us have. I mean, actually, Lucas, have you seen Soul? I just assumed that none
No.
of us had seen Soul.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So none of us have seen Soul, Tristan.
Wait, what
How
was
are
your
you gonna
plan? To spoil it?
How are you gonna make this conversation work? I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying, just give me a warning.
Maybe you say you shouldn't. Though.
I was going to say that I love Richard Ayoade's character.
You're just
I wish I'd
you're
seen,
pandering is what you're
just-
doing with that.
I wish I'd seen him a bit more. But I really enjoyed
What,
the movie.
Richard?
It's a tackles a very interesting topic, which is the meaning of life, basically.
Okay, so spoilers.
And I thought it was a very nice movie, and I would
Okay, no, nice little spoiler there.
not as good as Wall-E
Great,
or
another spoiler.
Ratatouille.
Add that to the list. A couple of just big spoilers there.
I would say that it's one of the better Pixar movies, and I would
Great, the
rate
ending
it,
too. Yeah, great.
I would rate it a 7.8 out of 10.
Yep. Don't even need to watch it anymore because you've just told me the whole fucking extensive plot
And-
of it
and that
and the
was-
backstory.
That was Tristan's pop culture corner this week.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tristan.
I'm
We'll
gonna
come back to you next week.
I can mute Lucas
It
for that
won't.
entire section. So
You won't.
Oh, he was just screaming the N-word for anyone who.
That's what
if
Tristan made me do in the
Tristan did
tree.
mute it. Yeah. Crazy idea I've just thought up, Lucas. Crazy idea I've just thought up as a young boy, Lucas, as a young Tristan Rowan here. Just thought up. How about you say the N-word, yeah?
What are you talking about, young Tristan Rowan? It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange that you'd be asking me to do that just here in this tree while we're preparing for something to go and find something.
Maybe, Tris, maybe you're searching for your marbles because you certainly lost them. Lol.
Yep.
I actually have a collection of marbles. There's one in particular.
Tumbling out your fucking ear.
No, it's a large white marble.
Have you like taken something just as now?
What?
Did you drink your big glass of pills? You seem really far out of it.
No, I'm talking about marbles. What?
What? What? I'm talking about marbles.
Jesus Christ, man! If you need to like take a lie down, that's okay.
What did I do?
Tristan, I thought you said you were going to rehab, Tristan. What's going on? Oh my god, this guy's stoned off his mind.
Has marbled off his mind.
Which, Tristan, honestly, not a good thing for a first date, Tristan. But I'm going to move on. What's your favourite TV show?
Ooh, a good question. I actually haven't watched many TV shows. I'd say I've watched less than 10 TV shows in my lifetime.
Maybe not a good question then.
But I enjoyed One Punch Man.
Ooh,
Ooh, he's a weeb.
he's a weeb.
He's a weeb. That's me, your date advisor. Oh, he's a weeb.
I also
Fucking
enjoyed.
cut and run.
I enjoyed It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but only the second to fifth season. Well, some of the seasons after that. After season 10, I really didn't enjoy it very much. It just got very grotesque and unpleasant
How
to
many
watch.
seasons-
Maybe that's because you stopped watching the TV screen and started watching a mirror.
I don't think that's what happened.
Yeah, would make sense. That's all I'm saying.
I'd be surprised if he mistook Always Sunny in Philadelphia for a mirror, Lucas. I think
Well,
that
I
idea is a bit
seem
ridiculous.
to have mistook you for someone with a fucking brain, but I guess we all make mistakes.
Well, Lucas, what did you think of it? You're a big fan. You're an avid watcher.
Think of what?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Is it?
Yeah, that's another fun fact that I just popped up. I'd let you know.
I've just looked
Don't
up,
ask me.
Tristan. Not true, Tristan. That's just not true.
What
Well, actually,
was the
that's-
point of that?
There's a
Why-
TV show with that name, Tristan. Actually, did you know that?
Is that what you were mistaking there? You thought you were telling a fun fact, but that was just the name of a TV show.
That's the case with all my fun facts. I was just
Millennials. Wow. What were you asking me about?
Speaking
Lucas,
of,
I was actually asking you, Lucas, on our
Oh.
first date here, what your favourite TV show is.
Well, I don't want you to think I'm a bit of some kind of nerd, like a superhero fan geek guy. But I quite like Storage Wars.
I'm a big fan of Storage Wars.
what are some
I-
interesting
I-
finds that they've made on Storage Wars? I actually
Storage,
watched
they
that
found
show.
lots of storage.
Just
yeah,
So,
but I
yeah.
assume that there's some particularly interesting things that they found.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? You'd really think, but I think probably none.
I'd say the best thing is they found life on Mars, didn't they? The Storage Wars.
No, that was the box set of Life on Mars.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, sorry, yeah, no, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
They found life on Mars on Mars.
That's crazy. They found life on Mars. You know that?
That would make sense.
hmm
Yeah.
So, shall I move on to the next question?
We see that? That's a little bit of Mars. So the Japanese would call it. That's their word for it.
Except Tristan's going to cut that down so we don't have lots of Mar in our
That would be a little bit rude. The BruhCast.
Just silence.
We should not.
Oh, here's a question I've taken a big liking to.
Uh-huh.
What is the best part of taking a selfie?
Ooh, that's.
The release.
I actually don't. That's what kind of a question is that?
Yeah, then what you responded to that like it was a really interesting question. You know, oh. No, sorry, what does that mean? I don't understand what that means at all. Hang on.
Oh, I hate that. I really hate that. So Tristan, as your
that made me
date,
feel
yeah?
bad.
As your date, you've come out and insulted my question to my face.
Oof.
I'm assuming you also hit me a bit. I'm not too pleased about that.
Roughed up slightly.
I'm going to say that's like far across the line. Yeah, I'm actually going to move on to my second date, who's sitting directly next to you.
Hello. Sorry.
Why did
something in
Lucas,
my throat?
what is the best part about taking a selfie for you, Lucas?
Well, it's just I like seeing it on the screen, you know, because it's about like a fifth of it is my face, because I try and keep my face off of the selfie camera, and most of it's just like the big beautiful landscape that I'm trying to capture with my photography.
Yeah, that's
I travel.
powerful.
I travel a fair bit, a lot of the time.
I'm going to ask one more question here before we're probably going to have to wrap up the podcast. We've been going for like an hour actually, so.
We've been here for 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 31 seconds.
I thought you were just gonna just agree with Ted.
in a more confident way.
Okay, well I'm gonna. Okay, here's a question. Another question. It's certainly a question. Tristan Rowan, here on our first date, the last question I asked before I leave and make you pay. Have you ever had a dream where everyone? Sorry.
What was that?
That was the devil. He just dropped down and he said, "For your sins."
Okay. Thank you,
He's
Mr.
gone.
Devil.
He's gone now.
Oh, it's a shame. Actually, Lucas, I'm not gonna lie. That was a good character. I like that character.
He'll be back. Stay tuned for the next episode of the podcast to see the return of the devil.
Foreshadowing. That's what that was.
Nope, just said it was going to happen.
I know, but like the okay.
Okay.
Tristan, have you ever had a dream where everyone was in their underwear, Tristan?
No, I don't think I have.
Big hesitation.
Well,
on that.
I wanted.
It's a yes or no.
No, I wanted to be honest. I wanted to think about it, and no.
That's weird because I saw you wipe a big globule of sweat off your forehead as you thought that one through, Tristan. Which seems a bit suspicious to me.
Also, you drop a big globule of saliva into the glass of your date, which honestly, inappropriate.
And it's mostly pills. I'm not drinking that.
Fill those map of pills and just spat them in there like a pea shooter from Plants vs Zombies.
Okay, Lucas, I'm turning to you now. Have you ever had a dream where everyone was in their underwear?
Well, no, I don't really, have thoughts that are like disgusting and gross like that, because I'm saving those thoughts for like the one I marry. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Why is this question on this website?
Why are you using a website? You're on a date. You shouldn't.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at something completely different, completely unrelated to the conversation we're having. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, and I'm now going to leave and probably going to wrap up.
Were you having a look at ridiculous, untrue, and just outrightly, obviously false facts.com? I found a nice one on there yesterday. Did you know that the Earth, the whole Earth, the whole thing, all of it, is actually smaller than a billiard ball?
Well, it would be if the billiard ball was
impossible,
larger than
but
Earth.
it's the truth.
So
I feel like Tristan's going to cut you up dirty, do some dirty deeds in editing to make it so the awful lie he told earlier.
I don't think so.
It's actually some truth about a billiard ball being rounder than the Earth or something, as opposed to the ludicrous.
If he does that,
thing.
I'll cut up his dad. Oh. If he doesn't do it, I'll still cut up his dad.
Someone just join the call.
The devil just joined the call.
Hello.
Hello, Anna. We just recorded an episode of the BruhCast.
Fuck off! I'm doing an outro.
You want to continue, Lucas? I'm sorry about that.
Oh, have I I'll leave. Sorry.
Yeah.
How do you leave? I don't.
It's
Oh my
made
God.
very clear. It's made so clear. You actually
No.
can't be struggling with this.
Oh,
The one button on the screen.
because I'm on.
Obvious lie, blatant lie. I'm on 1% trying to do an outro. Can you put? Jesus
no.
Christ.
Oh my god.
I didn't.
All of this
Oh wait,
is-
no, I found it. Okay, goodbye.
Anyway, guys, just thanks for watching. Yeah, hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you were belly laughing, slapping your big tummy, slapping your left knee, slapping your right knee, slapping yourself in the face. Like, oh, snap back to reality, because it can't last this good forever. I'm gonna have to come back next week, next month, next year for the next episode
tomorrow.
of the BruhCast featuring the devil.
We're making it daily now.
Yeah.
That's a
Thanks,
promise. That's a promise.
Thanks
That's a promise
for
straight from
watching.
Tristan Rowan, that promise.